Hi everyone, it's Pastor Amy here at the parsonage of St. Paul's United Methodist Church in El Paso, and I have my three favorite readers. We have Olivia here, and we have Augustus or Augie in the middle, and we have Natalie, and we are so glad that you are with us tonight as we are here for story time. If you want to let us know when you get here, we'll be glad to say hi. We're so glad that you're with us. Just let us know you're here by putting something in the comments so that we can welcome you. Kiddos, I have a question for you. What happened on Sunday? What did we do?
We found eggs.
You found eggs and you had a snow cone?
Yeah, and a very snow cone. And we had Easter.
We had Easter. I would love to hear what you all did for Easter. We did have an egg hunt. What else did we do?
We also find the eggs.
Yes, and we had a nice lunch, right? And we called our family. We talked to our family on the internet, right? That's great. We had a wonderful Easter time, and we read the Easter story, and so we're going to read the Easter story with you tonight as well. And so Olivia is going to go with Daddy so that we can read. So we have been reading a couple of different versions of the Bible. The last couple of weeks we read an easy to read Bible, but I also want to show you the Bible storybook by Deep Blue. This is a Cokesbury version for kids, and you all really like this Bible, right? We read it on Monday, Thursday, we read it on Good Friday, we read it on Easter as well. And so if you are looking for a storybook version of the Bible, this is Deep Blue Bible Storybook. It's very easy to read, and it has really great illustrations, and so we're going to read from that today. So there are many different stories in the Bible, and a lot of them are about this guy named Jesus, right? So what did we celebrate on Easter?
We celebrate Jesus.
What about Jesus?
That when he died on the cross, he came back alive on Easter.
That's right. When he died on the cross, he came back alive on Easter. I swear I did not coach her on that. That's a very good answer.
God was helping to take him in his heart.
Yes.
To show Jesus, and he was so helpful. And God
That's
was
right. So
helping
God helps us take Jesus into our heart, Augie said, and that's very, very true. So we're going to read from the Gospel according to John, and there are different stories about when Jesus came to life, but we're going to read from John chapter 20 because that's what Mommy's going to talk about on Sunday. We're going to read John chapter 20, verses 1 through 18. Again, we're so glad that you are here. If you want to let us know that you're here, we'll be glad to welcome you tonight. So this story starts with a woman named Mary Magdalene. Mary Magdalene walked to the tomb that Jesus had been buried in. She was very sad because her friend Jesus had been hurt and killed on the cross. She approached the tomb. The giant stone that had been placed in front of the tomb had been rolled away. Worried that something had happened to Jesus, Mary Magdalene ran to Peter and to John. And so here we have Mary at the tomb. She's very concerned because she doesn't know what has happened to Jesus' body. So she says to Peter and John, "The stone has been rolled away from the tomb. Someone must have taken Jesus." Peter, John, and Mary ran to the tomb. John got to the tomb first and looked inside and found the linens or the cloths that Jesus had been wrapped in, and they were lying on the tomb. Peter walked into the tomb and also saw the linens left in the tomb. They didn't quite understand what was happening. Peter and John ran back to the other disciples. Mary stayed behind. She stood outside of Jesus' tomb crying. A man walked up behind her. He said, "Why are you crying?" Mary Magdalene thought this man was the gardener, so she replied, "Tell me where you have put Jesus." So here's the tomb. John and Peter and Mary go to see what happens, and Mary meets a man that she thinks is the gardener, and she says, "Tell me what you did with Jesus." But the man was not the gardener. Who was the man?
Him.
It was Jesus.
Him.
"Mary," Jesus said. "Teacher, Jesus," Mary exclaimed. Mary, tell the disciples that I'm alive, Jesus instructed. Mary Magdalene ran through the garden all the way to the disciples. I have seen Jesus. I have seen Jesus, Mary Magdalene told them. So there she is. She's going to tell her friends that she has seen Jesus. There she is right there. So I have a question. How do you think that Mary felt telling her friends that Jesus was back from the dead?
She felt sad.
Why was she sad?
Because Jesus died.
Yes, and when he was alive, do you think she felt kind of scared to tell them? Because that's a mysterious, crazy thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
To say that somebody came back from the dead, but Mary was very brave. You know, some of the stories tell us that the people didn't believe Mary at first, but she was brave and she told the good news. She was the first one. Mary was the first one to tell anyone that Jesus rose from the dead. So that's a great story for us to remember.
No, is it done?
Yeah, that one's done.
I know it's done. Peony Cat, the Easter Bunny, Peony Cat.
Yeah, Pete the Cat. There we go. Pete the Cat, Big Easter Adventure. We're so glad you're here with us tonight. If you want to say hello, we'll be glad to greet you. This is a new book that we just got from our very good family friends, Sandy and Laura Lemon and their kiddos, Will and Abby. And so we're so grateful for the book that you gave us. We've already read it a couple of times, and we want to read it with all of you tonight as well. Pete the Cat, Big Easter Adventure. Pete was excited. Easter was here. He couldn't wait for his basket of goodies. Jelly beans were his favorite. Do you all like jelly beans?
Oh, I love them.
Tell me what your favorite Easter candy is.
My favorite is jelly beans.
Jelly beans? Did we plant some jelly beans?
Yes.
What came from the jelly beans?
Lollipops.
Lollipops,
We
yeah.
both got them. Yeah, and don't eat it.
Uh-oh. His basket was empty except for a note. The note says, Pete, please help. Find the eggs, paint the eggs, hide the eggs. Thanks, the Easter Bunny. P.S. Wear these. So the basket was empty, and the note said, wear these. Oh, there's Mamo. Say hi, Mamo.
Hi, Mama.
Yes. Pete put on the bunny ears and thought, a cat with ears like a bunny? Now that's funny. So there's Pete the cat with his bunny ears. Yes, that's funny. Happy Easter, chickens. Do you have any eggs today? Pete asked. I'm helping the Easter Bunny. Sure, Pete, we have lots of eggs, the chicken said. We will be happy to help, but don't you need a bunny nose and a fluffy bunny tail? So all he has right now are the ears, and the chicken said you can have the eggs, but I think you need a tail and a nose. The chickens were right. A bunny nose and tail would be neat. Then Pete's costume would be complete. Pete put on the nose and the tail like a bunny's. A cat dressed up like a bunny? Now that's funny. There we go. There's Pete with the nose and the tail. That's funny. All right? Now Pete was ready. It was getting late, and he still had a lot of eggs to decorate. What colors would Pete use?
A lot of those colors.
All of those colors? Those are rainbow colors, right?
Yeah, he wants to use red, orange, yellow. No, I won't do it. He wants to do red,
orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. He says, hop, 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 off to the tool shed for paint and brushes. There we go. There's Pete with the colors. There we go, in the tool shed. Pete couldn't wait to paint the eggs. Did we paint eggs? We did. Some eggs had one color, some eggs had two, some eggs were red, and some were blue. What are your favorite colors?
Pink and purple. My favorite color is blue and black and white.
Blue and black and white.
I said blue.
So there's Pete. And there are the colors. When the egg painting was done, Pete had a basket full of bright, colorful, amazing eggs. Now hiding them would be lots of fun. Oh, look at those eggs. So there are the paint colors here. And the eggs. That's right. But where would Pete hide the eggs? Around the neighborhood for all his friends to find. So Pete's deciding how and where to find the eggs. Mamo says those are her favorite colors too, Natalie. Isn't that nice? Where did the eggs get hidden in our house?
They got hidden by our flower part where the jelly beans were. They got hide in a good place in the tree.
In our backyard? Yeah. Pete hid his eggs in the flower pots. He hid them in the water spout. And when he was done hiding the eggs, Pete the cat was all worn out. Helping others is what Easter is all about, Pete said. Pete's job was done. He was hiding the last one when the Easter Bunny arrived. Did you see the Easter Bunny this year? No? No? But Daddy did, right? Great job, Pete. You were a big help, said the Easter Bunny. The Easter Bunny gave Pete an award for a job well done. So here's the Easter Bunny. And there's the award that Pete gave the Easter Bunny. Helping others can be lots of fun. Happy Easter, everybody. Happy Easter. Did you know that Easter isn't over yet?
Wait, what?
It's not just one day. Easter is a season that goes all the way to Pentecost. That's when we celebrate the Holy Spirit. So we have 50 days of Easter.
Mom, I did good.
You did great. Didn't Auggie do great? Tell everybody tell Auggie how great he did. Didn't he do a good job today? He was listening and answering questions and paying attention. I really love reading stories with you all.
Was I listening?
Yes, and Natalie did a great job too. Tell Natalie she did a good job. We love reading stories with you all, so we'll be looking forward to being with you again next week. We'll read some more from the Bible. We're actually starting a series at church that focuses on women in the Bible who say really important things. And so we're going to start with Mary Magdalene on Sunday, and then the next week we'll read about the woman at the well. And so we're hoping that you will enjoy that with us. So we will see you next Tuesday at 6 p.m. Say bye-bye.
Bye.
Grace and peace.
Grace and peace.
Have a great night, everybody.